from Augusta. You're watching News 12 live at 5.
Well, the movie industry in Georgia could be in danger because of possible changes to its tax incentives. Just ahead, we'll break down why. But first, everyone's talking about it. We've got some showers rolling through our area this evening, but hopefully not enough to stop our Friday night football, Riley.
The good news is for high school football games tonight, we do have the chance for rain, but not thunderstorms. So it may just be kind of the mud bowl tonight with a lot of just wet fields out there. I'd definitely bring a towel to wipe off the bleachers and an umbrella to keep yourself dry during game time. Here's a look at how much rain we've seen so far today. So not much. Actually, haven't really reported any measurable rainfall today yet in Augusta. But south of us, we are starting to see those showers just kind of build south to north. So better rain chances as we continue into this evening and tonight. Here's a wide view of what's happening. So we have an area of low pressure just off the coast again, and then approaching cold front that is going to bring us much cooler temperatures heading into next week. Here's a closer view of the CSRA. So these showers are just kind of following the lines you're seeing on the radar here. So building south to north, they're very light, not expecting heavy rain, so just kind of nuisance showers with us over the next several hours and even into the overnight past midnight. We've had pretty cool views of these little showers from our Beach Island camera so far today, but this is going to be the story to where an Augusta's dry for a little bit while Beach Island sees a shower, and then we'll just kind of flip-flop that through the rest of this evening. So definitely be prepared for some rain if you're heading out. Temperatures most likely will stay in the 60s during game time for those high school football games. We'll have much more on the weekend forecast for you in just a bit. But let's get a quick update on your First Alert traffic. All right, Friday afternoon slowdown here at the state line. This is looking at I-20, the eastbound lane, just kind of crawling there. Not necessarily at a complete standstill, but definitely just a little bit slower than usual. So a heads up if you're crossing from Georgia into Carolina. Going out to exit 190 here at Lewiston Road, you can see a few raindrops on the lens here. So just some very light rain there in Columbia County. Doesn't appear to be impacting traffic too much for us. We'll have much more on that weekend forecast in just about 10 minutes.
Thanks, Riley. The movie industry has been booming in the Peach State and here at home, with the best tax incentives in the country since around 2008. But as Laura Warren reports, those tax incentives are under review by the state and could be in jeopardy.
We've seen blockbusters like The Mule, The Hill with Dennis Quaid,
Time to figure out what you gonna do with the rest of your life.
Suicide Squad with the Old Augusta Jail as a backdrop.
Hi, boys.
This iconic shot at the Capitol in Hunger Games, that's the dam at Clarks Hill Lake. And remember Agent Game? That brought Mel Gibson to town? And most recently, Five-Star Murder, shot at the Partridge Inn with a cameo by our very own Riley Hale.
Created jobs. It has created educational programs where we have trained up more people. It's really been a boon to our area that a lot of people don't even know the amount of money that has been spent.
Right now, the state review panel is meeting once a month to recommend whether to change the tax incentives or cap them. Those in the film industry argue without them, the movie boom we've seen and all the revenue that comes with it will dry up.
And they're expected to make a recommendation when lawmakers return for session in January. Well, it's been nearly a week since Hamas first launched an attack. More this evening about an alleged stabbing spree at the Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Police have now identified 44-year-old Damaris Milton of Florida as the suspect. On Wednesday afternoon, police believe Milton took a taxi cab to the airport and stabbed the driver in the chest, then got inside the airport, and while security worked to detain her, she stabbed a Delta employee and then a police officer. Passengers in the security line at the airport watching the entire thing unfold.
We had no idea what was going on, and it was kind of chaotic there for a second. And when they yelled, get down, I thought it was actually probably other passengers overreacting.
Now, the injured police officer has been released from the hospital. The other victims are also expected to be okay. Milton is in jail tonight after a judge denied her bond. No word on the motive of this attack. New technology could help police stop crime faster with the help of your home security system. The city of Savannah recently approved a $150,000 purchase for a program called Fussis, which allows authorities access to Ring or Nest home security cameras. In order for them to access cameras, people have to voluntarily allow that connection. This means the city can use cameras that are already installed to catch criminals and review surveillance. Police hope this program gets more people engaged in crime fighting without being involved in the investigation themselves.
We don't have to come to your house. We don't have to knock on your door.
you can look to see if there's something there, and if there is, it makes it very easy for you to take that snippet of video and send it to us.
Some departments in Atlanta use similar technology. The program will begin registration in Savannah in just a few weeks. A Georgia Port Authority looking to grow from a southeastern gateway to a national one. The chief executive over Georgia Seaport says a cargo ship gets larger, they will need deeper water and taller bridges to reach the port of Savannah. Most notably, the Port Authority is seeking approval from Congress to study another deepening of the Savannah River shipping channel.
This is an opportunity that will continue to move Georgia forward and every county in Georgia forward, because this port affects every county in Georgia.
The last project to deepen the harbor wrapped up last year after 25 years and $973 million. Well, $15 million in funding is going towards building healthcare facilities in rural and medically underserved areas in South Carolina. This is a part of a new grant program by the South Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. Now, healthcare networks can apply for a one-time infrastructure fund for new facilities and get up to $3 million in grant funding. Now, this aims to help increase the number of primary care, pediatric, and behavioral health facilities. A viral video out of South Carolina showing that a little bit of compassion goes a very long way. A doorbell camera picking up the moment a man asks his neighbor to take down part of her Halloween display.
I know you're celebrating Halloween and all that stuff. You just got diagnosed with cancer. I'm just trying to redirect it to different thoughts when I'm not thinking about it.
In the video's caption on TikTok, the homeowner explains that her neighbor was recently diagnosed with lung cancer, and his son asked her to move the display of a skeleton holding a coffin in her yard. The son says that he's trying to redirect his father's thoughts away from his own mortality. Now, the woman says she instantly understood and moved the display. She says that kindness is free and compassion goes a long way. A South Carolina cheerleader is defying the odds after she's told she isn't allowed to compete because of her disability. Just ahead, how she's responding. Riley?
And we do have the chance for some light rain this evening and tonight, but luckily mostly dry for the weekend. We'll full look at the forecast just after the break.
Time and temp.
In a wreck? Call me right now.
It's a great time to get your lawn in shape with a new mower from Davis Appliance and Furniture. We offer no credit needed financing and delivery options to meet your needs. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices in town, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
Hey, it's Anna Christina here, inviting you to take advantage of our spooky good savings this Halloween season on our mattress and furniture sale. All of our current inventory of Beauty Rest, Tempur-Pedic, Sierra Sleep, and Stearns & Foster will be up to $1,000 off per mattress. As always, we offer 36 months of interest-free financing for all your furniture needs. 2 miles off exit 190 on the corner of Horizon South Parkway. Jimmy and his son Alex want to thank you for supporting your local furniture store. Jimmy's Home Furnishings, where it feels like home.
This season, score
Right now.
Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
It's the perfect time to update your living space with a new sofa and love seat set from Davis Appliance and Furniture. Or update your indoor appliances with no credit needed financing. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices in town, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
Well, the chance for some light rain is not stopping these anglers from trying to get a quick bite out there this afternoon. This was from our Thurman Dam Cam, and they are generating a lot, so very strong current out there. But best of luck to all the anglers. We got some great weather out there to do some fishing this weekend. Just going to be a little bit breezy up at the lake Saturday and Sunday. We actually are expecting wind gusts between 20 and 25 miles an hour Saturday and Sunday afternoon. Not too bad temperature-wise. We're currently at 70 degrees, cloudy skies. That northeast wind just continues again today and keeps those temperatures well below average, even for mid-October. Here's a look at our radar network. Chance for rain is definitely going to be ramping up as we continue into the evening and tonight. Just going to be a very scattered light showers across the region, and these aren't going to clear out until we most likely get closer to daybreak tomorrow morning. So if you do have plans to step out, we're dry right now for most of Evans, Grovetown, Harlem, but as we continue, I would imagine most spots do see at least a little bit of rain, but just kind of peppered across the area. Not excessively heavy rainfall by any means, but just enough enough that you're going to need that umbrella if you are heading out. Rain chances actually look to increase as we get closer to midnight. They'll stick around through the overnight hours, but we do enjoy a mostly dry weekend. Saturday, not bad whatsoever. High temps close to 80 for us here in Augusta. I mentioned that's going to be breezy. Those breezy conditions will stick around again Sunday, but a little bit cooler outlook on Sunday with high temps in the low 70s. Here we go. Well, showing Williams-Brice. They got a big game there in Columbia tomorrow, 3:30 against the Florida Gators. They've had some trouble with them, but we're going to have to see how they do out there. You can see cloudy skies right now at Williams-Brice with temperatures in the 70s. If you're heading up to Columbia, their forecast doesn't look too much different than us. If you're heading up there to tailgate before game time, temps will be near 70 at noontime, and then we should see clear skies into the afternoon with highs most likely mid to upper 70s, but best of luck to the Gamecock fans out there. Weekend forecast for us here across the region. We got temperatures staying in the 60s tonight, so we're not really going to see a cool night by any means, but a warmer afternoon tomorrow. High temps anywhere from the upper 70s to low 80s, and then we will see those temperatures cool off a little bit more into Sunday. So waking up Sunday, 50s. That northwest wind will be pretty breezy throughout the day, and high temps look to stay much cooler, most likely upper 60s to near 70. Even cooler outlook once we get into Monday and Tuesday next week. Here's a look at our projected wind gusts. So Saturday, anywhere from 20, 25 miles an hour. Definitely going to be pretty gusty if you're heading to the lake. Sunday, the winds calm down some, but still elevated enough where there may be a little bit of a chop at Clarks Hill. We got the fair also in town starting tonight. Gates are now open at 5 o'clock. If you're heading to the fair tonight, definitely bring the umbrella. Better fair weather is going to be later this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Once we get past the weekend, we've got a cool down heading our way. Morning temps in the 40s, afternoon highs only in the 60s Monday through next Wednesday.
All right, thanks, Riley. A freshman at a South Carolina high school says despite making it onto the cheerleading team, she wouldn't be allowed to compete with her teammates because of her disability. She says the rare bone disease she was born with put her in a wheelchair but never stopped her from doing what she loved. Jalen Tart shows us after an outpouring of support from her community, she was allowed to compete.
For Blythewood High School freshman Laura Bush, her love for cheering started last year, bringing excitement to those watching her perform.
And I was always against cheering. I was just like, no, I don't want to cheer. I want to dance. But my friend, she was on the cheer team in 7th grade, and she was like, you should try out. It'll be fun.
Lauren has faced adversity since birth, being diagnosed with type 3 osteogenesis imperfecta, which is a rare bone disease which ultimately led her to be in a wheelchair. Lauren's journey to compete for the competitive team almost didn't happen. 1 month before Blythewood's first competition, Lauren's mother, Demetra Bush, was told by the coach that Lauren would not be able to compete.
I was so offended, and I literally told them, I said, do you hear what you all just told me?
She then took the issue to Facebook, a post that went viral, and ultimately, she says, led school officials to overturn their decision and allow Lauren to compete at the competition held Wednesday at Spring Valley High School. Lauren hopes her determination encourages kids who are just like her to be their own person and chase opportunities.
Just don't listen to people and do what you want to do. If you want to do it, then do it and go for it. Because at the end of the day, they're not you, and you're your own person. It doesn't matter what people say. Just do what you want to do.
Some good advice there, and Lauren's team ended up finishing first in the 5A division. Well, a nonprofit helping to fulfill a woman's wish to work at Waffle House. Just ahead, we'll show you why she says it was all she wanted.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
We're here at the Grand Opening.
An Atlanta woman gets
a wonderful thing. Ask your child's eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal their skin from within.
An Atlanta woman gets her wish granted to work at Waffle House for one final shift. Hilda Barron worked behind the counter until a disability forced her to quit. Now a nonprofit is helping her relive her favorite job. Jasmina Alston shows us.
I'm working at the Waffle House. Having a dream repeated.
The walk into Waffle House is a familiar and happy one for Hilda Barron. She put this uniform on from 2001 to 2010, but Wednesday's shift was a special one. Barron was working her final shift at Waffle House as part of a wish that she had.
Felt like going home. The menu, the tickets have changed just a little bit, so I'm having to concentrate on what I'm calling. But other than that, it's the same. Everybody has made me feel welcome today.
Barron wanted to get back behind the counter and serve customers after a disability forced her to quit in 2010. Christian City made it possible. The nonprofit surprised the 61-year-old with the opportunity.
My regular customers, I love those. I had my regulars, they would come in, they always wanted to sit in my section, and that made me feel really good.
Barron mingled with her temporary coworkers and worked her way around the kitchen. She says nothing would stop her from reliving the memories of the job and, more importantly, the people.
My regulars, I knew what they were going to drink, and 9 times out of 10, they were going to repeat the same foods. I would have their drink at their favorite table, and I would have already called their order, so when they got in, they only had to wait a couple of minutes, and they would have their food.
And the shift wouldn't be complete without Barron's personal favorite meal that she had the chance to sit down and eat.
All-star.
And she is truly dedicated to the cause there. We love our Waffle House workers. Great that she got to do that one last time. Well, did you know the color of your clothes can help save your life? Well, the South Carolina Department of Public Safety putting out this image showing what you wear can help drivers see when you're out walking. Now, this is really important as the days get shorter. Light-colored clothing, or better yet, reflective clothing, greatly increases your chances of being seen on the roads. Riley?
That is some great tips right there. We unfortunately have a lot of accidents with pedestrians, so make sure you are staying visible if you're going to be walking those roadways at night. We do have some chilly nights heading our way next week. We'll be back down into the 40s. Now look at that 7-day forecast just after the break.
Well, as we get ready to hopefully see a partial solar eclipse tomorrow, experts are warning you to make sure you have the proper eye protection. Squinting will not save your eyes if you look directly. Well, as we get ready to hopefully see a partial solar eclipse tomorrow, experts are warning you to make sure you have the proper eye protection. Squinting will not save your eyes if you look directly at the sun, so don't do it. And you can develop something called solar retinopathy.
This condition can cause you to have temporary or permanent loss of vision, distortion to your vision, or a blind spot in your vision. No glasses or surgery can repair this, so it's really important to have safe
white meat dipped in buttermilk, hand-breaded and seasoned to bring the heat. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, new Nashville hot is goodness in the making.
Well, as we get ready to hopefully see a partial solar eclipse tomorrow, experts are warning you to make sure you have the proper eye protection. Squinting will not save your eyes if you look directly at the sun, so don't do it. And you can develop something called solar retinopathy.
This condition can cause you to have temporary or permanent loss of vision, distortion to your vision, or a blind spot in your vision. No glasses or surgery can repair this, so it's really important to have safe eyewear.
Not a doctor, but that does not sound good. Although Georgia is not in the direct path of this eclipse, with proper eye protection, you can see part of the sun covering the moon. Both USC Aiken and Augusta University's Somerville campus will hold viewing parties. And Riley, I think we learned last half hour that your glasses from 6 years ago can actually expire.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, I've kind of been misspeaking over the last couple of days. Make sure you do check those glasses because apparently they do expire, believe it or not. So the pair from 6 years ago may not still be valid for you. So make sure you are wearing something that has that proper solar filter. We got a lot of clouds out there today, but luckily skies will start to clear out as we head towards Saturday afternoon. So keep your fingers crossed. We'll be able to clear them out enough just in time for that eclipse, which will be peaking right around 1:15 tomorrow afternoon. Here's a live look from our Beach Island camera. You can see some rain in the distance. Just these light showers just kind of peppered across the area. Temperatures have been able to get close to 70, still well below average for this time of year. We're likely going to stay in the 60s through the rest of this evening. We have the Western Carolina State Fair and the Georgia Carolina Fair starting up tonight. Gates are now open. If you are heading out to the fair, may not necessarily rain the entire time, but I would imagine you see a shower at some point, so make sure you do have that umbrella with you. Better fair weather is going to be this weekend. Saturday looks great to head out to the fair. We got temps in the 70s most of tomorrow afternoon and staying dry, thankfully, Saturday and Sunday. Next week is when the cold air arrives again, highs in the 60s and lows in the 40s.
All right, thanks, Riley. Stick with us. We have more news, weather, and our Under the Lights coverage coming up as News 12 Live at 5 continues.